So, I just got done watching Ninpu Sentai Hurricaneger with Donbrothers. The Donbrothers teaming up with the Hurricangers. And this is probably mostly to celebrate the 20th anniversary film coming out to celebrate 20 years of Hurricaneger, because soon after this dropped, it was announced that we're getting a Donbrothers and Hurricanger crossover later down the line sometime in 2023, so no doubt about it, this film or this short was made to promote those movies. And as someone who's never seen Hurricaneger, I know of the suits, I know of Ninja Storm, I know of some of the characters and some of the concepts of the Sentai. I think this short was alright. It was a fun little adventure that was for 17 minutes, and I got a kick out of it. I enjoyed it. It's a fun little fight, it's a lot of gags, and mostly that. Now, it's not all the Donbrothers who appear in this episode. The only one you see unmorphed is Haruka, and she's sort of the main focus. Don Momotaro does show up in the episode, but he's mostly transformed and morphed in the episode, so it's mostly hearing his voice. As for the other Hurricangers, the main three, you see them in the flesh, and you get to see him transform once again. But if you've never seen Hurricaneger, or you don't remember it because it came out like 20 plus years ago, they do sort of recap who they are and what they're about, and it was really cool seeing the clips as someone who's never seen Hurricaneger before. I own the DVD set, and I keep saying to myself I'm going to get around to watching it, but it was really cool to see these clips to give context of who the characters are and what they're about, so I really enjoyed that. I got a kick out of it. Now, there's not much of a story when it comes to this special. I mean, it starts off with Haruka cleaning the cafe, and then suddenly it gets invaded by the putties of, or the grunts of Hurricaneger. They come in, and then Hurricane Red comes up, and he basically fights the monster, and there's a really good visual gag when he fights the little grunt, because he sort of does the whole behind the doors thing, that special effect they do, and Haruka gets caught in it, and stuff is getting thrown around, they're jumping over her head, and then she sort of opens it up, and then it sort of cuts out that little gag that they're doing for the special attack. But like I said, this episode had a lot of hijinks, and then the other Hurricanes show up, and like I said earlier, they recap who they are, and Haruka wants their help, but she says, hey, if you let me interview you for my manga, because I think ninjas would make a good manga, which, funny enough, I believe the Hurricanger Sentai came out at the same time as, like, part 1 of the Naruto anime, I believe, back in the day. I could be wrong, I usually am, but I think those dates sort of line up. But either way, I think I got a kick out of watching this special, because after that, we find out that the bad guys are after this special orb, and we fight this monster in the episode, and the monster wants to use this special orb to travel back 20 years into the past. That's kind of convenient, because Hurricaneger 20 years later is coming out soon, so I wonder if the two events are going to tie in together, because the monster does kind of sort of get away near the end of the episode, because he uses the same substitution jutsu, and yeah, so there's that to keep in mind of. So it's a really interesting special, but like I said, it's mostly setting up the Hurricaneger special or movie that we're going to be getting to celebrate 20 years of Hurricaneger. But like I said, I enjoyed it. I think it was really silly, wacky, goofy fun. It was cool seeing Taro interact with the Hurricanegers, and he let him join in on their finisher, which was really cool. I got a kick out of that. But apart from that, there's not much to say about this special, apart from it was wacky, goofy fun, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do with the Hurricanger special. But if there's one criticism I do have with it, I know it's a Tokyo special, Toei Tokyo, whatever you call it, special. I kind of wish that they could have had more Donbrothers showing up and interacting with the Hurricangers, because it was only Taro and Haruka, so I kind of wish there was more. But it looks like with the Hurricanger one, it looks like there's going to be Saru, brother, Haruka, and Taro showing up as well. We're going to have that main trio, because they're usually the ones that sort of get in the hijinks when it comes to Donbrothers. But this special was okay, and I enjoyed it quite a fair bit, and it's definitely worth checking out if you've got 17 minutes to kill. I mean, if you like Hurricaneger and you like Donbrothers, then I highly recommend checking out this special. So with that said, I'm going to bring this review to a close. Stay tuned for my review of Donbrothers episode 42. If that's out yet, I don't know which one I'm going to drop first, either this special or the episode review. I guess you'll find out when the notifications hit your sub box. So, with that said, I'm going to bring this video to a close. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you guys later. Peace out, take care, bye.